don't know, but I think I just discovered my new favorite hideout here at the San Francisco International Airport. This is cool. As always, huge thanks to the fine folks over at Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Terminal 2 at the San Francisco International Airport. My name is Scott. I am the founder and author of SANspotter.com, and I am feeling really good today. Why? Well, I am here to catch a flight to Boston on the all-new Delta Airlines A321neo in first class. Eventually. I'm a little early. Anyway, the reason why this is so exciting is because the A321neos feature an entirely new domestic first-class seat for Delta. From what I've seen and heard, it's a game changer. U.S. domestic first class has been stagnant for as long as I can remember, so I have to give huge props to Delta for doing something that is making all of the other airlines squirm. And speaking of squirming, I think I've seen enough of Terminal 2. Let's get out of here. Hold on a second. Before we get out of here, I do need to get a little work done. This spot looks perfect, and combined with the power of Surfshark, an award-winning VPN that I've been depending on since 2019, I'll be able to take care of confidential business over public Wi-Fi here at SFO without any worry of being hacked. Surfshark is ideal for this sort of thing, since it'll encrypt all of the data that my device transmits and receives. That means that absolutely nobody can steal my passwords or any other sensitive data as I'm logging in and out of various accounts. It'll block annoying ads and protect your devices against viruses and malware. You can also use it to virtually change your location, which is awesome for accessing content that is blocked in your home region. You'd actually be surprised how much content streaming services such as Netflix and HBO Max, and even Amazon Prime Video, blocks from US viewers. Anyway, getting access to Surfshark and all of its amazing features is a lot cheaper than you'd probably think. Using the promo code SCOTT, in conjunction with the link in the description below, you can get Surfshark for 83% off what they normally charge to new subscribers. They're also going to throw in an extra 3 months on top of that for free, which essentially makes this a deal too good to ignore, in my opinion. Anyway, my work is complete, and I've got a plane to catch. There she is. That's my ride to Boston this afternoon. It's a 4-month-old A321neo, which, at first glance, doesn't actually look all that much different from any other A321 in the Delta fleet. The black bandit mask around the cockpit windows is a dead giveaway, as are the larger engines, but I suspect that 99% of the traveling public doesn't care about this as much as you and I do. For most people, this is probably just another 737. Anyway, gate C5 is where we will be departing from today, and it's hard to tell, but this speaker makes it seem as if something really exciting happened here recently. Story of my life, really. I'm always a day late and $1 short, but things seem to be running right on schedule so far, which is encouraging. You never really know what to expect when flying on a brand new airplane like this, as there are inevitable bugs to sort out, and last-minute aircraft swaps are always a possibility. Anyway, so far so good. Whether or not the aircraft short-circuits itself during the boarding process remains to be seen, but so far, arriving in Boston on time tonight seems doable. You know, in a time when most U.S. airlines are in a hopelessly depressing race to the bottom, it's nice to see something that gives us a glimmer of hope that there might actually be better days on the horizon. Delta's all-new domestic first-class seats here on the A321neo are an encouraging step in the right direction, and, dare I say it, they've succeeded magnificently in raising the bar for U.S. domestic first class, which is saying a lot considering that I just sat down. First things first, legroom is pretty good. The video screens are huge, and honestly, I think this looks fantastic. There are multiple USB and power outlets in these seats, many storage bins, some of which would probably break my back if I tried to reach, but I appreciate them nonetheless. Also, these center seat dividers are a very welcome thing to see, so yeah, this is really nice. The most controversial thing about these seats, of course, are the winged headrests. As a solo traveler, I love the extra bit of added privacy. However, I can totally understand how they might cause problems for couples traveling together, or for anyone simply wanting to have a conversation with their seatmate. I never have to worry about that, though. It's amazing how just a little bit of man spread stops conversations dead in their tracks. I don't know, but it seems like this brand new airplane already needs a wash. Just saying. Anyway, let's talk about price for a moment as we push back from the gate and make our way out of here. It's important, especially because what I was saying earlier about this being a game-changing product. From what I'm seeing, and what I personally experienced for this flight, is that prices for A321neo first class are up to 40% higher than domestic first class on any other Delta narrow-body aircraft. What I don't know is if it's just a temporary thing due to everyone wanting to try these new seats, or if these new seats are a justification to charge a higher price. Time will tell, but without any extras like better catering and high-quality blankets and pillows, I'm actually having a hard time seeing that justification. But I'm getting way ahead of myself here. We haven't even taken off yet, and I'm over here spouting armchair criticism about a product that I've spent maybe 15 minutes evaluating so far. Total flying time to Boston is 4 hours and 55 minutes today, so that should be more than enough time for me to form a halfway legitimate conclusion. I hope. By the way, to anyone wanting the best view of the city when flying out of SFO, sit on the left side of the aircraft, unless you're headed south to Los Angeles or San Diego. In that case, you'll turn too soon, and the right side is where you want to be. Shout out to everyone watching this video from Oakland, by the way. Alright, enough of the sightseeing, let's get down to business. Much to my surprise, they kicked off the cabin service today with amenity kits. This wasn't even marketed as Delta One, so this was very much unexpected. And for what it's worth, I flew back to San Diego the very next day on this exact same aircraft, and we didn't get amenity kits on that flight. So yeah, this was very much appreciated. Now, let's talk about the video entertainment for a second. The screens are exceptional, by the way. They're big, extremely bright, and combined with what Delta Studio has to offer, it's probably the best domestic first-class in-flight entertainment system at the moment. Some say that United has got them beat, but I disagree. Delta Studio is a cleaner user experience in my opinion, and when you're operating on fewer brain cells like I am, any little bit of simplicity really helps. I also like the fact that you can connect your Bluetooth headphones to it because, well, the wired earbuds that they hand out have the sound quality of a tin can and a string. And that's all I've got to say about the in-flight entertainment. And as soon as I can get this map set up the way I like it, I'll show you what's for lunch. Remember back in the pandemic days when the only food that we got on Delta came in a shrink-wrapped box? It appears that those days are over. For now, anyway. Even though this was the only thing that they had left, and it wouldn't have been my first choice. Wow. According to the flight attendant, this was simply short ribs. She did a terrible job selling it, but this looks really good. I'm not really a fan of eating beef of any kind on airplanes, since it's usually dry and chewy. But whatever they did to these short ribs to make them as tender as they were is deserving of a prize of some kind. I wouldn't go as far as saying that this was better than the food that you would get in JetBlue Mint, but it was fantastic, and I darn near ate all of it. The dessert was a bit bitter, but they really knocked it out of the park. If I had one complaint about these seats so far, I'd have to say that just a little bit more privacy would have been nice. This kid was freaking me out. Moving right along, maybe now is a good time to summarize what I was feeling about Delta A321neo first class so far. This flight is half over, and if I'm being honest, these seats don't feel all that much more comfortable than the standard domestic first class seats. Seat recline and man spread opportunities is maybe a bit more generous, but overall, this is essentially a standard recliner style first class experience with just a touch of extra privacy. But I still like it a lot. The adjustable video screens are a lifesaver, as are the privacy panels, which prevent the people behind you from judging your choices in video entertainment. But the question remains, is this worth the added cost over a standard domestic first class seat? I'm not sure yet. I'm starting this section of the review with a test for my sister. She says that she watches my videos, but let's see if she notices that I nearly flew directly over her house today. Actually, I don't expect her, or anybody for that matter, to still be watching this deep into the video, but too bad for them because I finally have something neat to show in the Lou review. Bail on me if you must, and if you do go, I highly recommend checking out Neil and the Moment in the Sky YouTube channel. As always. Back at my seat now, and snacks have just been served. Which was pretty good timing since I was just starting to get hungry again. These Transcon San Francisco to Boston flights are long, and dang it, why do they make these packages so hard to open? There we go. Anyway, yeah, these are really long flights, and despite the satisfying meal that they served earlier, you will get hungry again by the end of it. This is the kind of flight that I recommend bringing snacks on, even if you are in first class. But please, for the love of God, make sure it's of the non-stinky variety. So, as the sun begins to set on this flight, both literally and figuratively, I think that I've seen and felt enough to draw some conclusions about Delta A321neo first class. I actually really like it. No, it's not any more comfortable than any other standard recliner-style first-class seat, but the extra privacy features makes a world of difference. For solo travelers, anyway. Do I think that the added cost is justified? Honestly, no. The only added benefits to these seats are basically the privacy features. You'll get the exact same seat comfort, video entertainment, and onboard service in the older style seats, so I don't necessarily think that it's worth going out of your way for. Anyway, as we make our way to the gate, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone on this list. These are the SANspotter patrons, and their kindness and generosity is what helps to make these videos possible. For everyone listed here, thank you all so much. Oh, and for anyone interested, I flew back to San Diego on this exact same aircraft 24 hours later, and if you want to see what that experience was like, you can check it out over on SANspotter.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.